I'm Adam Watson.
I'm Trinity Watson.
This is the Darkslinger Mafia 31 Days of Halloween, where we're taking a look at something horrific, scary,
messily written.
In the case of this, we hoped violent.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as violent as what I hoped for, though.
No.
Honestly, for a name like Violent Messiahs, it's actually pretty tame.
Mm-hmm.
So, this one may go up for the 31 Days of Halloween, or it might just have the beginning of the 31 Days of Halloween and go up on like November 1st. I don't know yet.
Yeah.
The cover's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I like everything about the cover, even though it is digital, and I don't often like digital things. I think it looks just comic-y enough, if that makes sense.
Right. Like, it has a gimmick to it.
Yeah. That's a good way to say it. You want to go ahead and read those credits?
Mm-hmm. So, the creators are Joshua D.M. Dysart and William O'Neill. Pencils by Tony Rodriguez. Inkers by Walden Wong, Mustafa Musa, and Marlo Alquiza. I'm so sorry.
Colors by Travis Smith. Well, they also made the lettering really messy on the credits page.
Mm-hmm.
So starts off strong enough, talking about the various things that can happen if you enter a door. This is right during the time when Photoshop coloring became a thing.
Yeah, it's
very apparent.
Yeah, the texturing is
the door looks good. I like the texturing on the door.
Yeah.
The window pane doesn't look too bad. I mean,
right.
that's pretty cool because you can actually tell that's a window.
Yeah.
The moon, though, is such an overdone moon.
Yeah.
I think, at least. What do you think?
I honestly think the moon and the texturing on all of the wood and everything, if they didn't use the same kind of texture where it's that weird marble look, they should have just stuck with it being one solid color with a little bit of shading or something.
Yeah, so the thing is, the texturing would look fine if they didn't mix the styles so much, I think.
Yeah.
But one of the problems is you flip the page, and then you're met with just kind of a really basic comic style.
Yeah.
It looks like dozens of other comics that would have been out during this time period. There's nothing truly unique about it.
Right. If they did something that was a little bit more overly detailed almost, it would
maybe
mix a little bit better.
Maybe something would have mixed better. I think the problem is, though, it's just used so sporadically.
Yeah.
It's used sporadically, and that's to the detriment.
Yeah.
That being said, this double page splash does look really good.
Mm-hmm.
I do like the way the moon looks on this one. And the gradient work on the night sky is really good.
Yeah.
I like everything about the way the water looks, and the buildings themselves all look good.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just talking about how this is on Ranker Island. That's really the only thing here. And we see a silhouette of a guy behind the pilot there.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess that's just his way onto the island, I guess, because it doesn't really explain why his silhouette's there.
For how wordy this is, it doesn't explain much.
No, it doesn't, and it is a wordy comic.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's an Image comic in the 90s when it's got a bunch of floating heads on TV.
Yep.
Everybody's got to try and be Frank Miller.
Mm-hmm.
Dark Knight Returns, if you don't know, has like newscasters throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
And that's every Image comic of this era, and all those that came before it, they all want to be Frank Miller. Mm-hmm. So this is what I'm talking about. Like, there's minimal amounts of the texturing just done on the doors here, the buildings. It looks fine on the buildings. But then when you have it, especially like right here, where the, Violent Messiah, I guess we call him.
Yeah.
Where his hand is actually reaching for it, it contrasts so damn bad with his just normally colored, it's just a normal comic coloring style for his arm and hand. And that does not work.
No.
So these guys are talking about some sort of program that they've done. And I guess they need to do that in an abandoned building for some reason.
Yeah.
And then, boom, guy bumps in. And just starts shooting, but he's a really bad shot. He doesn't hit them
Yeah.
out with all those shots. And then they release attack dogs.
I honestly hate the blur that they put on the dogs.
I hate the blur that they've used several times throughout this.
Yeah, they use it so much.
It was a new Photoshop technique.
Right.
During this time period.
Yeah.
And so many of the colorists who were doing things on the computers back then overused effects again and again and again.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm just going to say, though, if you're trying to make this guy seem like he's a real threat, having him miss so many shots in the first panel,
yeah,
when he first appears, it doesn't do a good job of making him seem like he's that much of a threat.
No.
The dog attacks him, and the whole time a bomb's ticking down. So apparently these guys have rigged this place to explode.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure there's a payoff to who these guys are, but they disappear so quickly in this issue that, I'll be honest, by the time I got done reading it, I had forgotten about them until we started looking through this again.
Yeah.
So then the bomb goes off, and I absolutely hate this fire. This is something that is still overdone in comics to this day, is using real fire in place. But with this one, we have the digital fire, or a picture of real fire, whatever it is, here, 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 here. But like this and this, with the exception of right there, I'm pretty sure just colored.
Yeah.
There's colored fire.
Yeah.
So it contrasts even more.
Yeah, and like it does a weird thing where it overlaps onto the borders.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of willy-nilly.
I don't have a problem with that. Breaking through the borders doesn't really bother me.
Right.
But it's not done for any particular dramatic effect that would make it better.
Yeah, that's what bothers me about it, is that's not...
I can see that.
It's not done in a way that harmonizes with the comic.
Well, nothing about the artwork really harmonizes very well in this.
Yeah.
I would like to see what this would look like with what the creators might be capable of now.
Right.
Like, would they still do all these cheesy effects, or who knows? With a lot of newer comics these days, they might just triple down on those effects, honestly, because there's a lot of comics where these effects are still incredibly overused.
Yeah.
So the Violent Messiah gets his guy and snaps his neck. No idea why. Doesn't really go into detail.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're met with a cop who hates all the other cops, and all the other cops hate her.
Yep.
Kind of sums up this entire page, right? She's a super cop. This is the greatest line in the whole comic, I think. One word sums up the scope of her magnetic personality: bitch.
Yeah.
I like that line.
And also, they have a realistic photo of a naked woman that's blurred out.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
Until you pointed that out. Yeah, that can be done to good effect. I don't know that it is right there.
It's not, with how cartoony everything else is. Like, they could have just drawn it in the style and then blurred it.
Right. And they're all wondering why she hates him so much. And this guy, Jesus, whatever, babe.
Right?
Like, I know in comics of this time period, the guys always talk to the women like that. But like, I would never push shit like that in one of my comics unless I was trying to make the character out to be a douchebag.
Yeah.
And we have more of just this over-texturing randomly.
Mm-hmm.
This is overly textured. The backgrounds are mainly what are overly textured on everything.
Yeah.
It does, and like this guy's coat is, but I guess it's kind of the same for all the clothing here.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, then there's kind of a needless scene with her in the bathroom that just goes to show she's alienated from the women too. I guess that's the purpose of that one.
I don't know. I think it was just like putting in mean writing for the sake of it, just showing like how everybody hates her or something.
Okay. Yeah, and then this guy is at a bar. They've mentioned at this point that there's a vigilante and a serial killer, by the way.
Yeah, this panel layout confused the shit.
It confused me so bad too. I don't know what it is exactly, but yeah, it's
well, like, it's the layout of, you know, like, we have these two panels here where they're talking, and then all of a sudden there's a guy with a shattered face. And
yeah, it
when
doesn't
I first
seem
read
to really...
this, I didn't even see him right here, so I didn't know this was a mirror.
Oh, okay.
I
You
just
skipped
thought,
over that?
Yeah,
Okay.
I just thought that this guy's mind was shattering for no reason or something.
Oh, okay,
you know?
okay.
And
Yeah.
then, yeah.
So yeah, then she takes him home, And this guy's just on the street trying to sell meth, apparently.
Yeah.
He's like the laziest meth dealer in the world.
I know.
I had a guy try to sell ecstasy to me like that outside of a concert at one point in time, though.
I've only ever had people try and sell me weed.
It was the worst concert I ever went to, too.
Oh.
It's Primus. Primus has some good songs, so you might think, oh, you know, that might be a good show. No. My Name is Mud lasted for like an hour. Seriously. Like, Jeremiah Was a Race Car Driver was like a 20-minute song when you see it live. It was so damn boring.
Yeah.
Anyone who thinks Primus puts on a good show, you are high. That is the only explanation, because that was the most boring concert I'd ever been to. I swear to God, in like the 2 hours we were there, he only did like 5 songs. It was so damn boring.
Jeez.
But yeah, there's a guy just standing outside. He's like, hey man, you want to buy some ecstasy? No, I don't. You want to get the fuck away from me? So, yeah. Then he ends up at these people's house.
Yeah.
And like, my brain must have skipped over this because I'm reading this. She says, I kidnapped him from the pool hall. His name is Jeremiah. And for some reason, I'm like confusing. This isn't the woman who was just walking with this guy, right?
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's this little kid that she's talking about that she just kidnapped. So I keep thinking that again and again. I'm like, what? She kidnapped a kid from a... Why was this little kid in a pool hall? And why is he so cool with watching the TV? Of course, I eventually realized this is the same guy, but his hair looks just different enough color-wise there.
Yeah.
So like on the car, that's one part that I would point out that I think that the texture packs or whatever they're using is actually working.
Right.
I think it looks good on the car. It even looks okay in the hallway because there's nothing else drawn in here that makes it totally contrast with it, right?
Yeah, it doesn't alienate anything.
Yeah, and the coloring for the most part is pretty good on this one. Mm-hmm. So we have a woman who's just sitting there smoking weed.
Yeah.
And apparently she's getting it ready to sell is what it looks like. That's what I think she's doing.
With her baby in her hand.
But she keeps asking everybody if they want Coke.
Yeah.
There's no Coke on this table, just for the record.
Unless she's talking about that Coca-Cola right there.
I guess, yeah.
So
the baby, this panel right here.
It's not a good lineup.
No.
At all.
No. It took me a minute to figure out that it was supposed to be her holding the baby out and then her cradling the baby.
That also took me a minute.
Yeah, there's nothing here that makes you feel any which way for these people. Like,
no.
I don't like that they're, doing all this stuff with drugs with their kids, right?
Yeah.
But you would think with what the point in this story is, they should have made something sympathetic, at least with this little kid, right?
Yeah.
So this with the blur, I'm guessing that's just like a Gaussian blur.
Something.
That's not too bad.
Right.
That almost kind of works.
Yeah.
I think that's about as good looking as that can be for the time period this was made in.
Yeah.
So yeah, this one I kind of like. But he's just watching the kid and thinking that their lives are going to change forever. And then despite the fact this is called Violent Messiahs, you don't know why.
Yeah.
Like, could it be that he just killed the women? Are the kids dead too? Did he leave one of the women alive? Yeah. I don't know. Because it doesn't go us anything to go off of that would tell us one way or the other.
Yeah. I'm
guessing this guy's a serial killer. And he's got some sort of like bondage-y looking outfit in the shadow. But I don't know, it doesn't really give us much to go on. And then the meth dealer is trying to sell more meth. Mm-hmm. And for no reason at all, a stitched-up Grendel appears behind him.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking the whole time we were reading this, because that's the same character from the very beginning.
Yeah.
It's like he's some kind of stitch-up Grendel Bane-looking guy,
Yeah, he really looks like Grendel a lot.
He looks exactly
I can't
like
tell,
Grendel.
Did he just knock this guy out or did he kill him?
This comic is way too vague. It was this point that I really just checked out and was skimming through it.
So the cops are trying to set up the most obvious trap of all time.
Yep.
And I say it's obvious because, look, this guy has a microphone right on his face.
Yeah.
But, like, once again, we get that realistic fire, right?
Mm-hmm.
That just bugs the hell out of me. It throws the whole thing off. It takes me right out of this world when I'm reading it.
Yeah, like, I'm an artist. I've drawn fire. It does not take that much effort to draw fire.
No, and there's sometimes when the effects can be good. Like, I'm guessing that these are done with sunbursts.
Right.
Photoshop, right? That's one of the oldest Photoshop things, is sunbursts.
Yeah.
Those actually look pretty good.
Right.
I've seen a lot of sunburst effects in comics from this time period that looked really, really bad.
Mm-hmm.
That works. That looks pretty cool. There's nothing else that's overly digital on this, though. So maybe that's why that works, is because it's not really competing with a bunch of textures and stuff like in the other pages.
Yeah.
So the cops are setting up getting mugged, and then Stitch Grindle appeared behind him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this guy literally looks just like Grindle Prime, but with stitches.
Yeah.
Did Grindle Prime have stitches?
I know
Grindle Prime might have had
stitches.
Yeah, it might be Prime that did. And I think that's what drew me to this comic to begin with, was the fact that he looks a bit like Grindel.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's using this guy as a hostage. They easily could shoot him.
Mm-hmm. They all go into depth about how they're gonna leave this motherfucker dead.
Right.
And then don't do it.
Yeah, so, like, they toned down the violence more than they needed to. But then they have such an overuse of cussing in it.
Yeah.
Which kind of tells me this is still a relatively new creative team.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of times when you have a writer who hasn't written very much, they rely way too much on cussing. I don't know why. I just know it's the case.
Yeah.
I don't think it's something that I did, but I'd have to go back and reread the popper to actually be able to tell you. I know I have cussing in it. I just don't think it's inexplicable cussing.
Yeah, I think when you wrote Ghost Assassin, there's maybe one usage of a cuss. It might be shit or something.
No, ass, damn, hell, those are all said in there, but I never actually...
Hell is considered a cuss word?
To some people.
Uh-huh.
I don't think I use anything stronger than that in any of the scripts for Ghost Assassin.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to show whatever violence. I'm not afraid to have cussing in there. It's just that it's never naturally fit. It has to naturally fit. I mean, there have been plenty of times where I've been editing these videos that we've made and found that, we've cussed a lot.
Yeah.
But I haven't cut it out because it was natural to cuss in those moments. Like,
yeah.
Some of these just come across as, like, so overblown. So, yeah, these pages, way too much of that fire effect.
Yeah.
Just way too much.
Too much fire effect, too much writing that doesn't need to be there.
Yeah, needed to just let the artist do the job.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have more, she's trying to get this guy to stand down and he just opens his fire. She doesn't actually do anything about it.
Yeah.
And then somehow she gets separated from him. Mm-hmm. And she meets Stitched Up Grindle.
Yeah.
Who is apparently like 8-9 feet tall.
Something. Has a weird effect behind him.
Yeah, it's an eyeball.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like a weird moon behind him.
Looks iris.
Oh, you're right.
I actually think it looks pretty cool.
Okay, yeah.
I like everything about the splash.
Yeah.
I think his design is cool, even if I do think that it's just Grindle with stitches, which in a business suit, which I really do think. I mean, look at it; it looks exactly like it.
Yeah, that's just Grindle.
But still all the same. I like his design. Hers is, it looks like any other female cop in comics at this time, honestly.
Yeah.
But the splash is nice. It's not bad looking.
Right.
And this first time she's come face to face with him, and he's not going to do what she says. Mm-hmm. She thinks he will because she has a gun. And then he tells her to go to an apartment and forget about him, and bam, smoke grenade.
He's not even a cool Grindle.
No, in a smoke grenade.
Yeah, like what?
I guess he's Batman.
Something.
I guess smoke grenades let out that much smoke, but we're probably overthinking that one a little.
Yeah.
And then she chases him. Mm-hmm. And we see more of this flame effect.
Panel sequence so much.
This doesn't look bad.
No, but that's because that's actually drawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so, yeah, then she's gonna shoot him,
Mm-hmm.
and apparently she doesn't, I'm guessing.
Something.
And then he gets away,
Mm-hmm.
and we're left with the door.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Overly wordy. Overcomplicates itself.
Yeah, I can't say I'm not going to read issue number 2 at some point, though.
Yeah.
I am. So, what I read this as more than anything is a creative team who are newer to comics, newer to creating. Maybe the artist isn't, but I think colorist and writer at the very least are.
Mm-hmm.
Who are newer to creating, who are more excited than skilled, right?
Right.
So I'm willing to read up to maybe issue 3 myself. Well, it's only a 4-issue miniseries, so I guess I might be willing to finish the first 4-issue miniseries if number 2 doesn't bore me too bad.
Yeah.
Just to see if it went somewhere. 'Cause sometimes you see these issues, even under Image of Dark Horse, where you see the potential, but it's not met, but maybe it gets there within a couple of issues. So I don't know. I'm willing to give it another shot.
Yeah.
Not anytime soon, though. And it's
Right.
definitely not a Halloween read.
No.
For something called Violent Messiahs, this could have been so much darker than it is. And I think that's one of the things to me is this just reads more like any other independent superhero book.
Yeah.
I was expecting something violent. The
Yeah.
whole Messiah's element, like I thought there might be a religious bend to this, something actually horrific. And it's just not there.
Yeah.
If we do post this as a Halloween video, we're probably going to post 2 videos on the day it posts. So if you see this one, be on the lookout because about 12 hours apart from this one posting, we will have another video posting because I don't want this to be our Halloween video on its own. I'd be fine with it if it's paired with something else that actually has a little bit more horror elements. So, you got anything else?
Nope.
All right, let's go make some comics. Looking for something to read this Halloween season? Darkslinger Comics has you covered. Check out Ghost Assassin, a supernatural crime comic. Issue number 1 is currently available in a color edition as well as a limited edition black and white raw copy that features Joel Kotajar's pencils and the lettering only. There's also a raw edition available for issue number 2. We're currently completing the inks and coloring stages on issue number 2. Can't wait to read it? You can pick up the A story in the cards as a mini comic. Issue number 3 is also available in the raw edition. Vampires more your thing? Check out Chronicles of Von Helsing. This story features the world's oldest blood feud, the Von Helsings versus vampire kind. Issue number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are all available, as well as the Sally mini comic and the newest addition to the Chronicles Von Helsing lineup, Blood Will Out by Tony Morgan. This is the last time Chronicles Von Helsing issues number 1 through 5 in the Sally special will be offered in this format. We're almost sold out of the remaining copies. The next time it sees print is going to be as a colored edition hardcover. Vampires and supernatural crime not your thing? Check out Who Will Save the World. All of these issues are available online on darkslinger.com, on our eBay store. You can order digital editions through our Patreon. Most of the comics mainstream spinner racks have these titles in stock as well. Are you a retailer and you're interested in stocking Darkslinger products? Get a hold of Comics Mainstream. Comics Mainstream is the exclusive distributor for Darkslinger Comics.